back. This is a Doc again from StogieFresh.com, and this is the fourth stop on my tour of Doc's humidors. And in the past I've shown you some cabinet humidors, some limited edition humidors. Today I'm going to show you predominantly desktop humidors, and these are humidors that will hold between, I don't know, 40 and maybe a couple hundred cigars. And these are the kinds of humidors that most people tend to own. They're the kind that easily fit on a desktop and come in very handy and can hold a lot of smokes and keep them fresh for you for a long time. Well, I've got several different kinds of desktop humidors, and I guess I can start front and center here. This is called a Daniel Marshall. Daniel Marshall is an excellent brand of desktop humidors. You can see that it has a beautiful burlwood finish on there. Let me turn it up so you can see it a little bit better. It's absolutely beautiful and a very nice finish on it. And as you open it up here, you will see that it has a variety of different things, including a digital hygrometer. It has a place here, a little magnet where you can put your cutters. Has a place here which is for your humidifier, but mine's empty. And that's because in this particular humidor I have these what are called Boveda packets. And in some humidors I tend to use these when, especially when I don't want to fuss with something. These things, though relatively expensive because they cost $3.50 or so per packet, they are probably the most reliable and without having to mess with them at all. And when I have so many humidors, for me, tinkering around with all of them all the time gets to be a bit much. So some humidors are just rock solid, and if I don't want to worry about it, I throw one or two of those inside. Works out just great. But I have just an assortment of different kinds of cigars in this particular humidor. It'll hold about 150, 160 cigars. Now, over here, this is actually a limited edition humidor that I've converted into a place where I can store my lighters. I don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, let me pull up. Sucker is really heavy. But one of the things, I don't particularly like glass top humidors, especially if they're going to be anywhere near a window like the one behind me and there's going to be light coming in, because ultraviolet light is not good for cigars. So typically something like this, it's nice and all, but it never was a great humidor, but it makes a great place to put my lighters or cutters or whatever, and it shows them off real nice because it's got the glass top, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, I guess that is a glass top or a desktop humidor. You can see it has some sliders, top and bottom. Yeah. Alright, next up is this Don Carlos Edición Aniversario. This was a special limited edition humidor, and I showed you the travel humidor that came with this, and it's just got a beautiful wood finish. Okay, these are veneers, by the way. A veneer is a really tiny, really thin, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, that gets pasted upon a different kind of wood. And most humidors, the glossy ones, really shiny ones like this Daniel Marshall and others, tend to be veneer. Anyway, when you open this up, you will see that it also now has a digital hygrometer in there. It's got what are left of the the Don Carlos Edición Aniversario cigars. There were 3 trays of them, only 1.5 trays remaining, but that's okay. This was a limited edition humidor in a very nice box. Also inside this one, you'll see another type of humidifier that I like to use. This one is made by Zycar, and there are super absorbent polymer crystals. So anyway, the cigars have been staying fresh in here, and again, it's a very nice presentation. Back here, this small humidor is an Ellie Blue humidor. These are made in France. These are some of the most expensive humidors that you can buy. And I've had this one a very long time. It's very special to me because my wife bought this for me when we were in Florida. But Ellie Blue is known for their inlaid work, and you can see there's a lot of intricate design and inlays here. There's a medallion inlaid into the top of this box. It also has some very unique coloring to the box and to the surface and so forth. Inside, you can see it's got the old-fashioned analog hygrometers, which are basically worthless, I guess. But this thing is nice. It's got very thick walls in this humidor. And of course, that's what you're looking for in a good humidor. You're looking for a humidor that has very thick walls and pretty thick Spanish cedar as well. This has a 3/4 inch sidewall and about a 1/8 inch Spanish cedar. And the walls actually protect the inner environment here by insulation. I mean, that's what they do. So the thicker the walls, the more insulation, and the more stable the environment's going to be on the inside of this humidor. In any case, this is just an absolutely gorgeous desktop humidor. My pride and joy here, and believe me, I am straining under the weight of this thing because it is so heavy. This is the Stogie Fresh limited edition humidor that was made for Stogie Fresh and for me by my good friend Eddie DeJong of Vanderburg Humidors up in Canada. This has 3/4 inch solid exotic hardwood walls. There is not any veneer on this humidor. It is solid wood. And so 3/4 inch solid walls, and then it has a 1/4 inch Spanish cedar, and that's about double the thickness of most humidors' Spanish cedar. And you can see in here it's got a digital hygrometer, and also what you can't see behind here because it's hidden is another one of these cigar with the super absorbent polymers like that. So Eddie built a Spanish cedar box to hide that, and then it sits in there with earth magnets. It's just an absolutely gorgeous humidor. It's besides being a great humidor, it is a work of art. And now the final humidor I'd like to show you tonight is this one. This was a gift to me from my good friend Bob, and Bob brought this over to give to me. And you can see that this was the J.C. Newman Cigar Company anniversary humidor. And it was their 200-year anniversary humidor. And you can see it's a beautiful wooden chest with doors that swing open like this. And inside, you can see that there are drawers that pull out that have places for cigars, 4 separate drawers. And again, just a really nice piece. It's very antique looking, and just beautiful, and a wonderful gift from my good friend Bob, LZ6, for those of you that know him from some of the cigar forums. Wonderful and a generous man, and he knows that I collect humidors, and he saved this for me. So if you're listening, Bob, thank you. Well, that's it for this 4th stop on Doc's tours of his humidors, and I think I may have at least one more to do, and so I will catch you next time.